Good morning, students. I'm your social teacher. In the last class, we discussed a lesson from Geography Agriculture lesson. We completed that lesson. Today, we are going to discuss about the new lesson from Civics, the state government. So, before this lesson, we discussed a second lesson, Civics second lesson, central government. So, in the central government, we discuss about the various functions of the government and executive powers and legislative power and judiciary powers. So in that lesson we discussed about the president, prime minister and vice president and the council of ministers and also other officials of the government. So likewise today we are going to discuss about the state government. What are the functions of state government and what are the powers of the state governments? These are the things we are going to discuss in this lesson. So here the first one, already we discussed about states and union territories. So in the present we have 28 states and 9 union territories and one national capital territory known as the Delhi in India. We know that India is the capital of Delhi is the capital of India. So in the present we have 28 states and 9 union territories. So and also the state governments has the power like a central government. The central government rule the whole India, but the state government rule its states. So here the power of the state government. In part 6 of the constitution from article 150 to 237 which applicable to all the states. The structure of the state government as formed in the center consists of the three branches. These are the executive, the legislature and the judiciary. So another one, the first one we are going to discuss about the executive. You can see in the tabular column the state government, the executive, legislature, judiciary. Three wings of the government. You can see here in the executive, governor is the head of the state. Next to the governor, chief minister is the head, the council of ministers. Here, the chief minister is the real head, the governor is a nominal head like a prime minister and a president. The council of ministers also appointed by the governor of the state on the recommendation of chief minister. And another one, the legislature. So in the legislature, we discussed about the bicameralism, unicameralism. Here that bicameralism is followed in some states. One is the legislative council, upper house, legislative assembly, lower house. There are two legislature here. Some of the states only has this bicameralism, but many of the states in India following the unicameralism. In the judiciary, high court, district court and other courts. High court is the highest court in the state. Next to the high court, district court and other courts are the judicial sector. The another one, the executive. First one, executive. The governor is the constitutional head of the executive. So here that the governor, he is the constitutional head of the executive. Generally, there is a separate governor in the state, each state, but if the situation warrants, so the same person may be appointed as the governor of two or more states. So generally, a single, that means a person appointed as a governor of the state in some situation. So the same person may be appointed as the governor of the state, two or more states. So the article 154 vests the executive powers of the state in the governor. The another one is the appointment of the governor. So governor of the state shall be appointed by the president. So the president of India appointed the governor and his usual term of office is 5 years. But he hold office during the pleasure of the president. So term of the president is 5 years. Likewise, the term of the governor also 5 years. So here the governor re-elected and not re-elected, re-appointed by the president Generally, the governor does not belong to the state where he is appointed. So, a person should not be the same. That means that it is not a his own state. He can also be transferred from one state to another state by the president. So here the legislature of the state or a high court has no role in the removal of governor. So not in the state. So the state high court or other courts that does not has the power to remove the governor of the state. A person may be appointed as a governor for any number of terms by the president. Two conventions have been set up in the matter of appointing a person as the governor of the state. So here the article 158 3a, where the same person is appointed as a governor of two or more states. So that already we discussed about the governor. He appointed as the governor of two or more states. The article 158 3a given the power to the governor. The qualification of the governor. So article 157 to 58 deals about the qualification of the governor. Here he should be a citizen of India. He must have completed 35 years of age. He should not be a member of the parliament or of any legislature. If he is a member of any of legislature, he automatically vacate his seat on assuming the office. He should not hold any other profitable occupation. These are the qualifications of the governor and the powers and the functions of the governor. So governor is the head of the state executive and he has the enormous power. Already we know that the governor of the state is the head of the state. So he has the number of power in the exercise of functions and powers. The governor expecting certain case. So here that the chief ministers and the council of ministers should aid the and give advice to the governor, and also governor also give the aid and advice to the chief ministers and the council of ministers. So here that executive power. First one is the executive power. Governor appoints the leader of the majority party in the state legislative assembly as the chief minister of the state. So here that governor appoints the chief minister of the state. So who got the majority votes or majority seats in the general election? So that party leader appointed as the chief minister of the states by the governor. He appoints the member of the council of ministers on the recommendation of the chief ministers. So he also appoints the council of ministers and he also appoints the chairman and the state public service commission. He appoints the state election commissioner also, and here he acts as the chancellor of the university of the state. In the central, the president acts as the chancellor of the universities. Here governor acts as the chancellor of the universities in the state. He also appointed the vice chancellor of the universities in the state. He directly rules the state when there is the imposition of the president rule in the state. So these are the executive power, and another one is legislative power. The governor is an integral part of the state legislature. So we know that the governor is an integral part of the state legislature, but he is not a member in the either house of the legislature. So he is the integral part, but he should not be a member of the legislature, and he has the power to dissolve the state legislative assembly. He can address the state legislature at the commencement on the first session after each general election, the first session of each year. So after the general election, in the first session of the general elections, after the general election, so in this assembly meeting, that means the session, legislative assembly session, the governor should address the assembly, and every year first session of the assembly session, the governor should give the address. He can send a message to the house of the state legislature relating to bill pending in the legislature. He has the power to inquire about the bill in the legislative council or legislative assembly. He can appoint any member of the legislative assembly to preside over its proceedings in the office of both the speaker or the deputy speaker fall vacant. He nominates one-sixth of the members of the state legislative council from amongst the persons having special knowledge of practical experiences in literature, science, art, cooperative movement, and social services. The same thing, the governor appointed the persons like a president. The president also appoints the Rajya Sabha members, 12 Rajya Sabha members, or nominates the 12 Rajya Sabha members. They belong to, they having special knowledge. Likewise, here in the state, the governor has the power to nominate the one-sixth of the members in the legislative council. Every bill passed by the state legislature will become law only after his signature. So we know that. But when a bill is sent to the governor after it is passed by the legislature, he has the option to give his assess to bill, withhold his assess. So these are the power also she has. Money bill can be introduced in the legislative assembly only with his prior recommendation. Without the approval and recommendation of the governor, a money bill they cannot pass. He can make advance out of the state contingency fund to meet any unfrozen expenditure. So these are the legislative power of the governor. So another one, judicial power. So he appoints the attorney generals of the state. In the judicial system, the governor has the power to appoint the attorney general. He makes appointments, postings, and promotions of the district judges in the consultation with the state high court. Here, in the district court, he appoints the judges and given the promotion to the judges with the consultation of the state high court. The chief justice of the high court is the state is appointed by the president in the consultation with the governor. So here also the high court of the judges of chief justice of the high court also appointed by the president with the recommendation and consultation of the governor. He can pardon, commute or reprieve punishment on receipt of appeal for mercy except death sentence. So president has the power to pardon the death sentence, but the governor, she does not have the power like a president for the death sentence. Discretionary power. In the discretionary power, the governor has reserved a bill for the consideration of the president. He can call the leaders of any party to form ministry in the state when there is no clear-cut majority to any party in the legislative assembly after the general election. So that means in the both parties got the same number of majority, then the president governor has the power to invite any one of the party to form the government. He can dismiss the council of ministers when it is unable to prove the confidence of the legislative assembly. So these are the powers, judicial power and discretionary powers of the governor. So another one, the emergency power. If the governor is satisfied that the government of the state is not carried on the accordance with the provisions of the constitution, he may under article 356 recommended to the president to impose president rule in the state. So in the emergency power, the president has the power to invite the president to impose the president rule in the state while the state government run properly. The privileges of the governor. The article 361(1) provides the following privileges for the governor. The governor of the state is not be answerable to any court for the exercise and performance of the power and duties of his office for any act done by purporting to be the done by him in the exercise and performance of those powers and duties. And another one, no process for the arrest or imprisonment of the governor of the state. So here that first one, governor is not be answerable to any court for the exercising his power. First one. Second one, no process for the arrest of or punishment of the governor of the state. So these are the powers, privileges of the governor. அதாவது அவங்கள எந்த ஒரு கோர்ட்டுக்கும் அவங்களுடைய பவரை செய்கிறதுக்கு எந்த கோர்ட்லேயும் போயிட்டு அந்த ஆன்சர் பண்ணுற அவங்களுக்கு கொஸ்டின் பண்ணுறதுக்கு யாருக்கும் அதிகாரம் இல்லை. அதே மாதிரி அவங்கள அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கோ அவங்களுக்கு பனிஷ்மெண்ட் கொடுக்கறதுக்கோ எந்த ஸ்டேட்க்கோ அந்த ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு என்ன கிடையாதுன்னா பெர்மிஷன் கிடையாது, பவரும் கிடையாது. So next one, the chief minister. In the scheme of parliament system of government provided by the constitution, the governor is the nominal executive authority and the chief minister is the real executive authority. In other words, the governor is the head of the state while the chief minister is the head of the government. Here the governor is the head of the state while the chief minister is the head of the government. The appointment of the chief minister is appointed by the governor of the state. The term of chief minister is a 5-year, not fixed. The term of the chief minister is not fixed. He may remain as the chief minister as long as he enjoys the support of the majority of the members of legislative assembly. He has to resign when he loses confidence of the majority in the assembly. It is understood that normally he complete a 5 years term like other members in the legislative assembly. ஸோ அவர் என்ன பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னா அதர் லெஜிஸ்லேட்டிவ் அசம்பிளி மெம்பர்ஸுக்கு என்ன 5 இயர்ஸ்க்கான டேர்ம் இருக்கோ அந்த டேர்ம்லேயே இவரும் என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம், சீஃப் மினிஸ்டராக இருந்துக்கலாம். Powers and functions of the chief minister. Here the relating to the council of ministers. The chief minister recommends the persons who can be appointed as a minister by governor. He allocates the portfolios among the ministers. The portfolios means the departments, various departments. The chief minister of the state allocates the various departments to the minister. He shuffles and reshuffles his ministry. So chief minister forms the ministry. He can shuffle and reshuffle his ministry. He presides over the meetings of the council of ministers and influences decisions. He guides, directs, controls and coordinates the activities of all the ministers. So another one, the relating to the governor. So what are the powers relating to the governor? Means he advises the governor in the relation to the appointment of the following officials. So on the advice of the chief minister, governor appoints the following officials: Advocate General of the state, State Election Commissioner, State Chairman and members of the State Public Service Commission, Chairman and members of the State Planning Commission, and these are the powers. Also he has Chairman and members of the State Finance Commission. These officials were appointed by the governor on the recommendation of the chief minister. Another one, the relating to the legislature. The chief minister advised the governor with regard to the summoning and proroguing the sessions of the state legislature. He announced the government policies on the floor of the house. He can introduce the bill is the legislative assembly. He can recommend for the dissolution of the legislative assembly to the governor anytime. So these are the powers and functions of the chief minister. Okay children, today's class is over. We will discuss the remaining lesson in the next class.